What is going on, everybody? This is Erik, the one and only Bay Area collector, and today I am doing a very interesting video game review. And this one is a pretty classic game that I've known about for quite some time. And just recently I played it, beat it, and I had fun with it. And that game is Dino City for the SNES. Now, this game was released by Irem back in 1992, and it's loosely based upon a movie, a made-for-TV movie that came out in 1991. That's why it says Smart Egg Pictures. But before, we get into the game, that's the cover. The cover is very, very weird. From looking at it zoomed in right here, it's a very weird cover, and I'm about to show you why. Sorry for the camera move. But anyways, yes, came out in 1992. This one is a 2D side-scrolling platformer. Now, before I begin to tell you about the game, I'll have to tell you a little bit about the movie. That movie came out back in 1991, like I said, and that movie is Adventures in Dinosaur City. Now, that movie, the game is based on that movie. It was a made-for-TV movie. And it started three. The movie was based upon three characters named Timmy, Mick, and Jamie, who are these huge fans of this cartoon or TV animated series called Dinosaurs, which in the series it's funny because it's a movie within a movie. The series, they're these dinosaurs that are in battle with these Neanderthal humans named what are the name of these guys? They're named the Rockies. A bunch of Neanderthal prehistoric human characters who wreak havoc in Soar City or Dinosaur City. And there's this major dinosaur named Mr. Big who kind of is trying to control the whole city of Dinosaur City. But like I said, in the movie series, it starts Timmy, a boy named Timmy. Well, they were teenagers or preteens. I would say teenagers. Timmy, Mick, and this girl named Jamie. They all are fans of this show. Timmy's dad is like an inventor, is a scientist. He leaves the kids, him and his wife, they go out for a convention for the weekend, and they leave Timmy behind. He's pretty old enough, I guess, to stay on his own, but they're like, they go on this trip while the kids stay at home. In the meantime, they have this brand new tape of the series of that particular series, and they want to watch it, but then Timmy says, we can watch it on my dad's big screen that he has in his lab, which is this huge television. So they pop in the VHS tape, and it ended up transporting the kids to this other dimension inside of the movie, where they have to find a way home, and at the same time help the dinosaurs defeat this evil dinosaur named Mr. Big, and get a fuse that will take him back home. Now, that's pretty much what the movie is in the long run. That movie, you can say the movie was a predecessor to the show. If you guys remember this show from ABC way back in the days called Dinosaurs, it kind of was a predecessor to that show. Not that it was related to it, but I believe that the costumes and everything were similarly, I can't even say the word. It was very similar to the show, and it kind of from that from that TV movie, it brought the show Dinosaurs that came out on ABC. That I used to love watching that show, Dinosaurs. I had a lot of fun when I was growing up watching it. But going back to the game a year later they released the video game. Now, people didn't think fondly of the movie. Some people thought it was kind of quirky. When I just recently found out that the game was based on a movie, and I watched the movie before playing the game to get a feel for it, and it was it was a product of its time. But for you guys, if you guys want to go check it out, it came out on VHS, but it was a made-for-TV movie. It's out there on YouTube, and you guys can search it. Adventures in Dinosaur City. I don't think anybody really famous came out in the movie. But going back to the game, so the game is loosely based on the movie, but it's funny because they took away the character Mick and they only left Timmy and Jamie, and Timmy and Jamie are younger kids in the game. They look to be younger than teenagers. So yeah, and I'm glad they took away Mick, because in the movie, Mick, for like more than half of the movie, he was a little whiner. He was just like, for him being like the oldest one of the bunch and the one, but then after Jamie and, I'm not going to say much of the movie, spoil it a lot, but yeah, they had a thing, Jamie and that guy Mick, and then he felt all manly after a while, and I'm like, yeah, but for the most part, that character didn't do justice in the movie. He was annoying for most of the movie. But going back to the game again, sorry, I'm going back and forth, but in this game, it's only Timmy and Jamie who are watching the show, and they get sucked into the TV. And in the game, you control Jamie and Timmy control a different dinosaur. I felt when I first played the game through, I played it with Timmy and I think it's Rex's name or something like that. I played it with that particular set of characters, and the game was pretty tough, but then when I did the video gameplay, I played it with Jamie and the other dinosaur, and it made things much easier, which I think, selecting one or the other makes the game a little tougher. So when I was playing it to do the gameplay footage, it became a little bit easier. But nonetheless, I used cheats to play through, to make the video as quickly as I could to progress through a level. The levels are pretty long. I think there's like 7 levels. And there's a password save, so you can save amongst each level. But all in all, 2D side scroller. The cool thing is that you can get off your dinosaur and you can control Timmy or Jamie, the little characters. And there's certain puzzles along the way where you have to get off the dinosaur and do a couple of things, get back on the dinosaur. You'll see in the gameplay, and that makes the gameplay very interesting in it. The other thing is that I noticed I couldn't quite figure it out, but in each level is broken down through like stages. And each when you reach the end of a particular stage area, there's 2 doors, an upper door and a lower door, and one is harder to get into than the other. And I believe that if you get into one of the doors, it makes you go through the level much quicker. You go through the other one, it takes a little bit longer to pass through. But all in all, very fun experience in the game. It's a game that I've been wanting to play for such a long time. That I've had it for many years. A game that I was in my bucket list to play, and I finally did, and I'm happy. And you know what? Watching the movie, playing through the game, it really brought me back. It was very nostalgic. It gave me a nostalgic vibe of things like from back in the days in the early 90s. Unfortunately, the game got a lot of good reviews when it came out. It was decent, but the movie did not. And a lot of people said that who reviewed the games back in the days and all of that, said that it was much better to play the game than to watch the actual movie, which I can see it. But if you go back and see it today, like I said, it's a product of its time. Watching the movie, you'll you'll see the difference. But all in all, both things are really good to check out. I will highly recommend playing this one. This is one of those little hidden gems for the SNES. Price value of the game, when I first got this game, it was a very cheap game to get. As of the making of this video, I just went before starting the doing this video, and I checked for the price. It's going up in price. It actually went way higher. It's still not an expensive game to own, but it's getting up there. Eventually, I know that this game is gonna reach a point where it's gonna be worth more money. But at the end of the day, give it a shot. It's a very very fun game. The movie's decent enough to give it a whoop. It's decent enough to give it a watch. So anyways, highly recommend this game. Highly recommend watching the movie just so you can get a feel. I would watch the movie first and then play the game. You'd appreciate the game a little bit more on it. But all in all, a very fun game. I had a fun one with this one. Probably one of those memorable games of the year. We're getting close to the end of the year, and I like doing at the end of the year, I like doing a video of kind of like recapping my memorable games of 2022, and I think this one's gonna make the list. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. I know I've been rambling for far too long. This has been Eric, the Bay Area Collector. You guys take care, enjoy, and thanks for watching. Peace out. Whoa.